What's up, you fools? Matt, ESC United, your favorite Eurovision channel, and we are continuing our journey throughout the Eurovision 2019 season. This is the well-beloved or hated, I don't know, it's up to you, expert panel where we discuss all the songs from the contest this year, share our thoughts, insight, and of course, our scores, and at the very end, we'll share with you the overall team score, and we'll see where it ends up. Keep in mind, these are just the thoughts and input of the team. Of course, you're allowed to disagree. And today, we are going to review Austria. Austria has been doing really well at the contest as of late. Third place in last year, then they have basically qualified or been in the finals, we should say, since 2014, ever since Conchita Wurst took the country to new heights at Eurovision. The question is, can they continue it this year, as Paenda was internally selected? She's a singer from Austria, and we knew the artist for a while, and then we finally, at the very end of the selection season, also got the song called Limits.
Yeah, I'm talking about and the love you try to find.
So let's talk this through. Is this a good, a bad song? Where it's going to end up at Eurovision? Let's find out together. Robert from the UK, why don't you go first?
Okay, so for me, Austria, when it was released, it came out, I seem to recall, quite early in the morning, and I caught it quickly over breakfast before I went to work. Honestly, did not stand out very much for me. But when I came home in the evening, I had a bit longer to actually get into it and appreciate. And wow, I was impressed. I mean, it takes a bit of getting used to, but Panda's voice is sublime. I really love it. And I think that the song's been really well orchestrated, so it kind of captures her voice and almost the fragility around it as well. I think that that's really nice. Although by the end of the song, of course, we have that final build, and there's a lot more strength coming out of it. And I like there's almost that message there, the high, even if someone seems fragile and weak, we can all be strong, we can all be powerful. If I'm honest, it's not perfect. I mean, maybe a little bit too much oohing in the song, and it'd be kind of nice to have a few more words instead of just making noises. But honestly, feels like a bit of a nitpick. I think this is a great entry from Austria this year.
All right. Words of praise and encouragement from Robert from the UK. Robert from Poland, what do you think?
Well, I mean, Austria has gone for something different this time, from like Nathan Trent, then to Caesar Sampson, and now we have Paenda. I expected from her something different, actually. And I was kind of surprised when I heard the song. It's totally different, but for me, a bit too calm. Like there's nothing too big happening, Like I like something that happens in the song, and the chorus alone with that "you" thing is just not that gripping to me, not that touching, not that good enough to have it in my top 10, for example, or even top 20. I don't know about the potential. Maybe I'm sure that there will be people that will like it. It kind of reminds me, especially the part of "You" with the band "I Am Who I Am." I don't know if you guys know them, but there's something a bit, at least, familiar with them. So. Not that impressive, the song.
Okay, that is a fair.
Yeah,
you're allowed to have that opinion. Sebastian, what are your thoughts?
I can agree with Robert that I'm also waiting for more trippy electronic journey when I heard that Paenda gonna be representing Austria this year on Eurovision Song Contest. So I'm also a little bit surprised about overall effect of the song of the Limits, how it sounds. For me, it's a little bit too minimalistic, because after last year, Caesar Sampson, who gave us gospel, pop, and some much more charismatic part of the music, this song is much more limited from the music standpoint. It's a little bit more limited also with the message on the song, I guess. That's my point of view in case of Nobody Like You in this comparison. So overall, I see the quality. I see the pure talent in this lady. So I can tell that this is the worst song in my opinion. But for sure, Austria can have a little problems with advancing from my point of view, and have a little bit problem with struggling with position, that good position that they get in Lisbon. So we'll see. It's gonna be for them hard test, or maybe it's easier piece of cake, because as we know, Eurovision is completely amazing experience. So sometimes very different things happen, even if we are thinking that we know something.
Yes, that is true. As far as my thoughts are concerned about this one, I did an initial reaction video, and it was not on my radar at all. And I liked her voice. Like, there's a certain fragility to her that I really like. And honestly, I know a lot of people were really excited about her going to Eurovision because she had apparently some music released previously that people really liked. I haven't listened to it, so I didn't have necessarily a specific expectation when it came to listen to a song. So at least then, but even then, I was still a little underwhelmed. I can only echo what has been said in the chat. The chorus is probably its weakest point. It's just a you, and it feels as the verses start out slow, and you feel like it's supposed to go a little bit, and it just never ever goes anywhere. It stays a little flat for me to get really excited about. But I can see, I think Austria to me is a very niche song. And by that, I mean, there will be some people who will gravitate towards it. They just like, I love it. I'm feeling it. It's emotionally, it touches me. But I think it is too niche almost, because I think it'll only be a smaller number of people connecting with it. It has less of a mass appeal for that matter. I tried to get into it. I have a lot of things that I can see why people like it. And I certainly don't hate it, right? It just kind of fades in comparison to some of the other more remarkable, slower songs / ballads that are in the running. So I'm also a little worried about Austria's chances, but I'm not counting them out just yet because I see a whole lot of jury potential here. I'm worried about the televote. Maybe I'm wrong, but I definitely see the juries having more of an appreciation for this one. Time will only tell if I'm right. But right now, it's not on my radar, but I have nothing against it. Now, the question is, will this be reflected in our scores? Where is Austria going to end up overall? Let's find out together. Everyone will give their scores, and at the end, it said I will share the ESC United overall score. Robert from the UK, what's your score?
Yeah, so I feel that I'm going to be the most positive out of the four of us for the song. I do appreciate some of the things you guys have said. There is definite weakness around the chorus. It needs a bit more strength there. The oohs are a little bit overdone. I disagree with you. I feel there is build in the song. I would, honestly, if I didn't feel it was there, the score would not be as high as it is. For me, it's the choruses that let it down. Overall, I think it's a very good entry. Very strong from Austria. 8 points from me.
Ooh, a high 8 from Robert from the UK. Robert from Poland?
Well, it might be a bit harsh from me, the rate, but I give Paenda a chance. Like maybe when seeing the live performance, live singing on a pre-party, like 6th of April is the first one. Maybe I'll give it, like I had this exactly the same with Lithuania. Like I wasn't feeling it at all. It was so boring to me. And then after hearing a live Eva from Lithuania, I was totally impressed. Like I had her in my top 10. So it might be the same with Paenda. So I'm giving her for now 3 points. So yeah,
Okay.
maybe a little bit harsh, but
no, that's true, and you're not the only one on the score list, as I can see here. Sebastian, share your thoughts.
I agree most with Robert, as I said before. Of course, staging in Tel Aviv can change a lot. Drawing of the start from Austria in the semifinal also can change a lot. So this song can be a huge grower in my top. But quite honestly, at this very moment, with all my love and pure respect for her talent, 4 points, it's my rate.
4 points from Sebastian. I agree with what both of you said, Robert from Poland and Sebastian. It's very interesting that you point out Lithuania last year when we were old, because that is by most definitely the biggest grower of the year for me in 2018. And I didn't watch the national final performance last year, so when it came on stage, you're thinking, oh, I get now the feeling of that song. So maybe something similar will happen with Austria as well. Right now, I'm not there yet. The studio version doesn't grab me, but I really do not dislike when it comes on. I leave it on. I enjoy it. And I guess to me, it is an average song right now. And for average, I'll give it 5 points because that's a half a point. So these are our scores overall between the four of us. But how did the ESC United team rank it overall? It's time to find out. So Austria's score from the ESC United team is 5.65 overall. Now, Robert, as the biggest supporter amongst us, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, okay, I wasn't expecting miracles, maybe a little bit higher. I'd hope that there may be a few more high supporters to cancel out you guys a bit more. Clearly, not enough. I do feel that you're right, Matt. This song is one that could be seen as quite niche, and that could work against it quite badly come a Tel Aviv. But then again, as I think is a theme in these song reviews, we want the songs that polarize. You are going to get more votes for a song with high scores and very low scores than you are for songs that get middle scores from everyone. So that gives me hope, maybe. But yeah, I'd have expected better.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. That is exactly what I'm thinking. I'm looking at the scores right now. And by the way, everyone watching, we will put the scores in the description box. There is a link so you can see how everyone has voted. But it is true, we have like a handful of super high votes and then a bunch of, like low votes. And yes, it may seem discouraging when you get a lot of low votes. But once again, you don't care about them really when it comes to Eurovision because you cannot vote against the song. You care about the people that will potentially vote for you. Austria definitely is on my radar when it comes to that. But this is our score, the ESC United team, 5.65 for Austria. Now it's your turn. We put a link in the description box where you can vote for the song as well, give your score, and then we'll compare notes. Did you put it higher or lower than we did? Or maybe the same? Only one way to find out. Vote. And we are on to the next video. So many more reviews to do. Thank you. Have a good day.